Look at this. I am live. Hello. Hello, everyone. If you're just joining me, then welcome to the replay. I am really excited. I'm going to wait for a couple of you guys to come on, but I'm really excited about talking to you today, for one. Two, it's a special day for me. And three, I have some special things that I want to be able to share with you guys. I see some people jumping on. Hey, y'all. Go ahead and jump in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Show me some love. Make sure you subscribe to let me know. Hey, Nessa K. Hey, boo. All right. Good. So for those of you guys, hello, Jara. Hi. Everybody joining to hear my special news of today. Hey, girl. Hey, boo. Yes, go ahead and jump in the comments and give me all types of love. Hey, Alicia. Hey, sis. Yes. Yes, I am so excited, all the way from the West Coast joining me. Yes, I am so excited about today. I have so much to share with you guys. Welcome to the replay. If you are watching the replay, but make sure that you guys stay on because I have some special things that I want to announce. But I don't know if you guys know, but you should, because today is a very special day. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you for joining. Yes, double tap the screen. Give me all of that love. I'm way over here in Alabama, and it hits me right here. Makes me know that you're here with me and that you love me. Yes, give me all of those hearts. So today is a very special day for me. Today is May 27th. 2016, but just 2 years ago on this very day I walked into my boss's office and turned in my 30-day notice. And so thank you, girl, you like that? You know, always on brands, right? Like Beyonce's always on beat. I'm always on brands. Vanessa said I had cute nails. Thanks, boo. So anyway, so today is very special to me because it's the day that I actually grabbed my life by the horns, hey April, and decided to take my life into my own hands. And I want to kind of talk to you guys. Yes, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that journey and what that looked like for me, because I know there's a lot of people who are starting to feel the energies of their life start to shift, and that's exactly what happened to me. I started feeling the energies of my life start to shift, and I knew that there was something greater out there that I was supposed to be doing. I knew that I wasn't operating in my gifts at my current position. I was running a healthcare office in Nashville, and you know, I did what everybody told me to do. I went to school, I got the degree, I went and I started living that American dream. And what I found was that that wasn't my life. That wasn't the dream that I wanted to live, and that wasn't the vision that God wanted me to be able to do and that he had given me. And so I remember starting to feel the energies of my life start to shift around like from January to March 2000. Something's going on there. Okay, there we go. And I started praying, and I remember I was praying, hey P-Flow, hey Pearl, hey Bestie Boo. I remember praying and saying, God, okay, I know that I'm supposed to be doing more with my life. I feel it. I just don't know what it is. And I just consistently, you know, was saying that same prayer. And I told a lot of women at my brunch last weekend that I joined Google University. That's how you know when you're starting to want to find out what your purpose really is, because you're on Google all the time. I mean, at midnight, I'm on Google looking, trying to figure out what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, because I know it was supposed to be more. How to start a business, how to launch a blog, all that how-to stuff. I was doing that, trying to figure it out. Because again, I knew that something was out there that was more for me. And so I remember one day after praying, okay, God, show me what my purpose is. I remember I had wall art all around my house. I'm very inspired, and I believe in not only speaking and thinking, you know, positive things, but keeping them in front of you, right? So you're walking towards them all the time. And so right in my bedroom was this scripture. And the scripture basically says, all I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. And that's actually one of my favorite scriptures, because it keeps me in alignment. It keeps me in alignment with God's will and his purpose for my life, for my business, for my family. Because a lot of times we try to put too much of ourselves into our life and our business, and that's when we begin to fail. And so I remember waking up that morning and saying and looking at that and saying, okay, God, I know that if this is your will, this is what you want me to do, it's time for me to be able to step into greater. It's time for me to be able to do more with my life, and I'm going to trust you with it. And so on this day 2 years ago, I walked into my boss's office. I was afraid. I was full of fear. And I'll tell you guys, the breaking point, everybody has their breaking point. You guys have ever heard when they say when you're tired and sick and tired, and so I was tired, right? I knew that there was something more I was supposed to be doing, but my breaking point was when I remember my boss looked at me one day and she said, Tiana, you can't do it all. You have to choose. And I was trying to balance at that time starting a business and managing a healthcare office. And hearing someone tell me that I had to choose between their dreams and mine, that's what sparked me to go ahead and make that decision to turn in my notice. Because if I have to make a choice, I'm going to choose me all day, every day. And so I knew that if I could spend that much time building someone else's dream, it was time for me to go build my own. Also, the ratio of how the amount of time I was spending with my child didn't seem right. Girl, bye, right. You know me, so you know that's exactly what I said. And so the ratio that I was spending with my child, spending 40 hours over here building somebody else's dream, and then spending about 15 hours a week, because you got to think, if I get up at 5, and at that time, you know, my daughter was 2 and 3. So at that time, 5, and then she has to go to bed at 8. You do the math. I'm only spending 15 hours, but that's bedtime, homework, grocery shopping, whatever we can do in those 3 hours. So it really still wasn't 15 hours of quality time. And so that ratio just didn't sit right with me. So on this day, 2 years ago, I walked into my boss's office and I decided to take my life in and trust God with it. And I put in my 30-day notice. Was I afraid? Yes, but I was more afraid of what my life would look like had I not, you know, made that decision. And so that fear was way more important. I tell people all the time, sometimes, you know, fear, well, let me tell y'all something about fear. Fear is one of the biggest hustlers I know. Fear is so consistent. If we should do anything, we should be consistent like fear. Fear never has a day off. Some of us, we take days off, you know. No, fear never takes a day off. But sometimes fear is there to be able to fuel us even further into our greatness instead of stifle us. So that fear of what my life would look like without quitting my job was way more important. So I put in that 30-day notice. And on June 27th will be 2 years of me actually being my own boss. And so the first year of my business, I mean, I would be lying if I sat here and was like, y'all, it was great, I made 6 figures. No, that would be absolutely lying. But that's what a lot of online marketers do. They all tell you, oh, have this 6-figure life. And it's not like that. When you start your business, you are the collector, you are the marketer, you are the content creator, you are everything. And a lot of people don't realize that. They just see this dream that a lot of people paint online, and it's not like that. And so I had to figure that out, though. I had to figure that out for myself. So here I am. I've moved from Nashville. I decided to move back to my hometown of Dothan, Alabama. So here I go now with, you know, a 2-year-old moving back into my mom's house, because it took some uncomfortable sacrifices to be able to get to where I am now. And I would not trade any of that for the world. And so I made those uncomfortable sacrifices. And let me tell you something. Every time that you are on your way to greater, something will come up. Before I got on this live video with you guys today to share some exciting news with you, you should have seen what my day was like before this. I mean, when I tell you, all of my friends were in a war room this morning praying over me and my family, because the enemy will come and try to attack you when it's time for you to be able to move into your greater. And those things happened when it was time for me to quit my job. My car broke down on me. I drove 6 hours from Nashville to Dothan in a hot car with the windows down, stuff falling out the windows, and then it started raining. So, I mean, so every time you're on your way to greater, something comes up, but you cannot quit. And so anyway, so that first year of my business, it was difficult. I failed. I wanted to quit. I went and got a part-time job for like 3 weeks because I was starting to doubt myself. That's what fear does, though. Fear creeps in and it convinces you that you are not worthy, convinces you that you do not deserve, convinces you that you are not competent enough to be able to live that life that God has already promised you. That's fear's job. And again, fear is the greatest hustler I know. Fear is going to make sure that it does its job, and it does its job well. So what we have to do is we have to recognize when fear comes to the party and then make it go and have several seats. You can't touch the radio. You can't play DJ. You can't get on the dance floor. No, you cannot be a part of this party that I call life. And so the first year, that was great. Then we moved into this second year after I did my end of year report. Yes, girl, fearless. That's what it's about. After I did my end of year report for my first year business, I actually closed out really well, and I just didn't even know I had done so well. But I closed out making about as much as I made in my corporate career, and that was a huge turning point for me. And so that was so huge for me. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. Yes, thank you, Courtney, Cynthia. Hey, hey, C-Mac. Hey, Boo, Boochie. So yeah, so that was a huge turning point for me. So I went and celebrated. I went to Vegas for a week. I went, my best friend got married. We went on her honeymoon. I think we were in Cozumel or Cancun, some part of Mexico, but we were having a great time. And I was celebrating that finally I got to really enjoy this freedom that I had worked so hard for. And when I came back into a season of when my grandmother was sick, and a lot of you guys are very familiar with that area of my life. But if you guys don't know me, hey boo, my grandmother was my best friend. She was everything. She raised me with her and my mom. You know, without them two, I would not be who I am today. And so coming back from that celebration to my grandmother being sick, that was really, really hard for me. And God blessed us with 23 days. 23 days with her, and my birthday is on July 27th, and she passed away on August 27th, so a month exactly after my birthday. And when I lost my grandmother, that was the hardest thing I had ever endured in my life. It was the saddest thing I had ever endured in my life. And it is hard to be creative when you're sad. I was really sad. I didn't want to work with any clients. I basically shut down my business. I didn't work with any clients. There were clients waiting to pay me money. And if you guys know, my coaching program is $3,500 to work with me on a 90-day, not for 90 days. I wasn't taking any money, okay? I didn't want to work with anybody because if I can't give you my all, then I'm not going to take your money. That's how I operate. And so I got still and I prayed in that season. I said, okay, God, what would you have for me to do in this season? Because I'm sad. I don't want to work with anybody. I don't want to talk. Half of the days I didn't even want to get out of the bed. I'm just going to be real with you guys. And so I had to pray that off of me. And I said, God, what would you have me to do in this season? And so if y'all know, I am always talking. So God only speaks to me when I'm sleeping. And so when I woke up, I felt the voice and the vision that God placed in me. He said, it's time for you to be still. Basically, you've been too busy. You've been doing too much. You've been spending all this time working and building everybody else's brands and businesses and helping people find clarity and getting them, but you're still confused. I want you to be still, and I want you to focus on sharing your story. And so in that season, I got still. I got closer to God. And that's when in 2 months, I wrote my best-selling book, 52 Shades of Fearless. And had it not been for my grandmother, we talk about this all the time. My grandmother is gone. She's, in heaven living her second life, y'all. And she is still leaving a legacy. She's still leaving a legacy for me and my family. Everything that you guys see me doing now is because that shift that happened when I lost my grandmother. Losing my grandmother changed the trajectory of my life and business. Like, I owe so much to her, and she's not even here. And I know she's smiling down on me. And so in that season, I wrote my best-selling book, 52 Shades of Fearless, and I launched it on her birthday. That was my gift in 2 months. Hey, Jim Bria. Oh, my goodness, girl. Hey. Yeah, so in that season, that's when I wrote my best-selling book, 52 Shades of Fearless. And God delivered another vision to me. A vision I will tell you guys that I was afraid of. So 52 Shades of Fearless, the purpose of that book is to be able to reach back and pull other women forward. A lot of you guys have read that book. You know that I am very transparent in my book. I speak to you just like I'm speaking to you right now. I have that whole sister girl feel in my book. Like, listen, Linda, I need you to read this chapter so we can get you through what you're going through right now. And so what I realized is that God took me through a lot of things, not just losing my grandmother, but even before I even started my, hey girl, all the way from Miami, yes. Even before I started my business, a lot of you guys, if you've read my book, you'll know that I went through a lot of pruning in my life where God had to break me down in order to humble me. I was broken. I was jobless. I was almost homeless. It was one point where me and my daughter were standing two steps away from the soup line. And so I knew that if God was allowing me to grow through those things, it was about helping other purpose-driven women be able to get through their breakthrough. And that's where I am in my life right now. Everything is so in alignment. Everything is just moving with the energy that God and everything that God wants for my life is so amazing. I can't even begin to tell you guys how amazing things are, and it has nothing to do with me. It's because I removed me. A lot of you guys are stuck in your life. A lot of you guys are stuck in your business. A lot of you guys are just stuck in general because you are too involved in your own life, because you're too involved. You want to move up in your job. You want to launch your business. You want to be able to get that raise, but you're too involved. And then not only are you too involved, but you don't trust. You don't trust the journey, and you don't trust God. A lot of us, we trust getting in the car and driving down Main Street, driving down Ross Clark Circle, flying to Miami, wherever. We trust that pilot more than we trust God. We complain about things that we allow, we pray about things, and then we worry about them, right? Submitted 2 applications last night, and now I have 2 interviews Tuesday in the field of human services. Bless me, Lord. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so we have to be able to trust God more. And so that's the season where I am in my life. And so God sat me down. He allowed me to be able to write that book, that allowed me to be able to have a platform to be able to come and share my story even more with you guys. But I'm very transparent in that. So in that season, another vision was given to me. And that vision was to be able to start a movement of fearless women who think differently, who speak differently, who declare the great I am, who know that their life is filled with abundance, who speak I can and not I can't, who don't allow fear to come in and take them out of their zone of brilliance, who don't allow fear to come in and keep them in that dark room and steal their dreams and ransack their hopes. That is the movement. And this is the fearless movement. It has begun. It begins today. And so when God delivered this vision to me, I said, wait a minute now. Let's back up now, God. How could a God as great as He trust little old me, this little old country girl, with this huge movement, this huge responsibility? And I said, God, if this is what you want me to do, I will do it. But when I tell you guys, He gave me this vision shortly after writing my book, I didn't move in it. Guess why I didn't move in it? Because I was afraid. I was so afraid. Fear, just because I have this whole fearless brand, let me tell you, I feel fear every day. Not only, with my personal brand and this movement and the 52 Shades of Fearless, but I have a consulting company, I have clients. I feel fear every day. But the point is, you have to take action in it. You have to recognize when fear comes to the party, and you have to do it anyways. Feel the fear and do it anyways. So I remember saying, okay, all right, God. He delivered this vision to me 3 different times. And let me tell you how God works. He will give you something, and if you don't move in it, He will take it and give it to somebody else, because God don't play. When He wants something done, He wants it done then. And so I said, okay, God, the last message that came to me came from one of my students. And my student said, Tiana, I don't know why I'm supposed to share this with you. It's just been on my heart all day. But delayed obedience is still disobedience. Whoa. Y'all, when I tell y'all that hit me so hard, I said, okay, God, I hear you. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. And so the vision that God gave me was to be able to start this movement and start this tour called the Fearless Tour. And I said, God, if this is what you want me to do, listen, I'm going to need your credit. I'm going to need your team. I'm going to need your kingdom connections. I'm going to need everything, because it's not about me. It's not about me. This vision is so much more than me. And in order to do that, I need you to be able to put who in front of me, who's supposed to help me launch this. And He did. I prayed that prayer, y'all, and in 1 week, my team was filled. I have 2 photographers on my team. I have a visual branding stylist on my team. I have a glam squad on my team. I have a logistics manager on my team. My executive assistant is on my team. And this is nothing but God. It has nothing to do with me. These guys are not here for me. They are here for this vision, for this movement. And so on this day, today is the day. You guys mark this. This is a stamp. You guys mark May 27th as the day that Tiana Patrice and her team launch the Fearless Tour. So I am going to show you guys what we have done so far, and open everything for you guys. So I'm for the Fearless movement. Love you, women. Yes, I'm loving this. Oh yes, I love it. Thank you guys so much for sharing just this time with me, because you could have been anywhere else. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here right now with me, and I am so honored and grateful for that. And so, yes, so on this day, we're launching the Fearless Tour. This is a movement, y'all. This is a movement. This is a conference that will launch in my hometown of Dothan, Alabama. Dothan will no longer have to travel for a conference. We are here. And this conference will be in Dothan every year. But it only kicks off in Dothan, guys. We're going to Birmingham, Atlanta, Orlando, Virginia. We're going to the West Coast. We're going to New York. We're going anywhere that God will send us to be able to send this message of fearlessness. It's time for us women to take back our power. Too much we allow fear to come in and convince us that we are not good enough. And that stops. That stops today. So this is just the beginning of the movement. Today opens up the registration for the Fearless Tour in Dothan. We have Cheryl Wood, who is one of our featured speakers. We have Courtney Aiken, who's one of our featured speakers. We have Kendra Whitney Trawick, who's one of our session speakers. And speakers are still coming in. We just confirmed Miss Elisha Coco Graham, all the way from the West Coast, coming all the way to Dothan, Alabama, to be able to pour life into these women. Women are traveling from all over for this conference. And again, it's not about me. It's about this movement. It's time for us to speak differently and think differently and declare the great I am. And guess what? Not only does registration open today, but you guys know that I told you that the 27th, that number 27 just holds something dear to me. On May 27th, I put in my 30-day notice. June 27th was the day I walked out of the building. July 27th is my birthday. August 27th last year is when I lost my grandmother. August 27th this year is when we're kicking off the Fearless Tour. That is my gift to her. This is a celebration. It's time to celebrate. So I'm ready for you guys to be able to celebrate with me. So I have some things that I want to be able to share with you. Yep, I'm going to be in the house serving the women and helping to set them free from fear. Yes, Miss Elisha is on with us right now. But I'm going to flip the screen and I'm going to open up. I want you guys to see the website because it's really cool. So give me a quick second here. Hey, Whitney. Thank you guys for joining. So I'm going to flip the screen. Here we go. Can you guys see that? Welcome to the Fearless Tour, guys. It has begun. Yes. That is so awesome. I'm so excited. Okay. So, let's see here. Can you scroll down? Welcome to the Fearless Tour, a global movement of women who think differently, speak differently, and declare that fear has no power over their lives. This is my beautiful, beautiful team. Over here we have Shanoa. I don't know if you can see my mouse. We have Shanoa over here, which is our visual brand stylist. We have Miss April Jones over here. And hey, Key. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. This is April over here where my mouse is. She is one of our photographers. We have Priscilla over here, who is our interpreter. Not only has God blessed us, y'all, but we will be able to touch a community that a lot of conferences do not touch. We will be able to touch that community that will be able to use Priscilla's services, and she'll be traveling with us too. Then we have Tiffany over here, which is the executive assistant, and she has a business massage by Tiffany, and Courtney Fluellen over here, which is huge with organization, logistics, and our glam squad. She makes sure that my makeup stays right and tight, y'all. So the Fearless Tour is a global conference designed for purpose-driven women, leaders, and entrepreneurs ready to declare their greatness and live their life on the other side of fear. Session speakers will teach on the topics of faith and action, owning your story, fearless branding, sisterhood, and much more. Panel discussions will allow attendees to dive deeper into candid conversations and truly understand how to take action on their goals and dreams. Registrants will walk away not only inspired, motivated, and part of a strong, supportive community, but they will be ready to take action using the strategies, tools, and resources provided during the conference. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to flip this screen back around because I need y'all to hear me for a second. Let's see if it's going to flip. Let's see here. Okay, it's not flipping. Okay, there we go. So, yes, August 27th, reserved for the Fearless Tour. Yes. Let me tell you something. I go to conferences all the time. Conferences, they inspire you. You get there, they get you motivated and all of that, but then you leave and you don't have any strategies, you don't have any tools, you don't have any techniques to actually take your business or your life to the next level. That's not going to happen at the Fearless Tour. Every speaker that's coming not only will be there to be able to share their story, to be able to inspire you, but they will be teaching. This is more than just a conference. It's a movement. It's not about just inspiring you. We can get inspired all day. Some of y'all are inspired right now, right? But we want to be able to teach you something to be able to take your business and your life to the next level. So that's really important. Okay. So I'm going to flip it again if it'll flip for me. All right. So our mission, I want to share our mission with you because it's very important that you guys know. Our mission is to create a world of women who think differently. No more I can't. A world where women speak differently. I am overflowing with abundance. A world where women live fearlessly on purpose. Fear has taken over our life for far too long, ladies. Fear has convinced us that we aren't capable of living our lives. Fear has convinced us that we aren't competent enough to launch our businesses. Fear has pushed us inside of a dark room and blocked our dreams. But enough is enough. It's time to take back our power. It's time to believe that all things are possible. Fear can no longer ransack our hopes. Fear can no longer keep us stagnant. It's time to replace fear with faith. So join us. It's time to activate our fearless. Are you guys ready? And so our mission is to touch the lives of 1 million women. As we're traveling, we want you to travel with us. We want to touch the lives of 1 million women. And so 1 Million Fearless Strong will be launching on June 27th. And that's the pledge. Dothan, stay tuned. I have something coming something else coming up for you. 1 Million Fearless Strong is that movement, and we're going to be launching that where everyone will be taking a pledge. And so our first stop is Dothan, Alabama. So this is more than a conference. So here's some of our speakers here. We have Miss Cheryl Wood. She's an international keynote speaker and women's empowerment champion. That is my sis right there. I love Cheryl. She's absolutely amazing. And when I tell you, if you are not moved after Cheryl leaves the stage, then honey, you just, I just honestly don't even know what's wrong with you. Matter of fact, if you are not moved after Cheryl leaves the stage, you might as well just go ahead and pack up and leave, because that is a powerhouse right there. And then we have Miss Kendra Trawick. I love Kendra. Kendra has this fire deep down inside of her that when she speaks, it commands a room, and she has this way of commanding a room. And I knew that she had to be a part of the Fearless Tour. It was time for Kendra to be able to take her own stage. And then we have Courtney Aiken. That's one of our speakers as well. I don't know if you guys have ever met this powerhouse here. Make sure that you are double tapping the screen, giving us plenty of love, because this powerhouse here is so amazing. When I tell you that she's coming in to teach us all about fearlessly declaring our success. Everybody has this thing. We all do it. We all do it. You guys have probably already done it today, where you've told yourself you can't. You self-sabotage your life. You self-sabotage your business. You self-sabotage everything, right? But if we could only start thinking differently and start speaking differently and declaring the great I am over our lives, and that is what Courtney is going to come in and to help us to do. I hope you guys are ready. Are you ready? Are you guys ready to activate your fearless? And so then I want you guys to meet our team, because alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Kingdom Connected and Fearless to the Core. Here's the team, guys. So you guys can go ahead and go over to www.thefearlesstour.com. We're on a mission. 1 Million Fearless Strong. Join us at the Fearless Tour. And so I want you guys to go over and make sure that you register, because I have a special surprise for you guys that decide to register today. Let me go ahead and flip the screen back over. So for everybody that decides to register today, of course 27 is my magic number. So for today only, everybody that registers today will get 27% off their tickets. The regular ticket prices are $75 for this conference, which I have been told is still a steal compared to conferences. I mean, I pay over $100 easy to go to a conference, and traveling to get there, hotel and all that included. And so if you are serious about activating your fearless, if you are serious about this being winning season, if you are serious about declaring the great I am over your life, it is time for you to take back your power today. And so go ahead and head over to thefearlesstour.com, click register, and click the Monday option, because that option will be leaving the Eventbrite page at midnight tonight, and grab your 27% off. So I'm really excited about it. Once I get off this live feed here, I actually have something that I'm going to be posting on my page. So I'm going to flip the screen one more time here. So I actually have a video that was done by another one of my team members, Jeremy Tolliver, who's absolutely amazing. I'm going to post this on the page because this actually talks about my story. So I'm really excited about you guys being able to actually watch that video. So I'm going to post that as soon as we get off live. It's an amazing video where I talk even more about my story. So I'm excited about that. So that's it. That's the exciting news that I had to share with you guys today. I am so very honored that you guys decided to join me. I'm so excited to have you be excited about the Fearless Tour. It is going down August 27th. Today only you get 27% off your tickets. And so if you have any questions, certainly just post them in the comments. I'll be back and forth in the comments talking to you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and go because I want to go ahead and post everything on my page and get everything set up. So if you have any questions, certainly let me know. Whoop, whoop. And so we're live in Dothan August 27th. We'll be in Atlanta in October. Hey, Angie. No, we'll be in Atlanta in September. We'll be in Virginia in November. And we're going to Birmingham and Orlando in October. Y'all, we are moving, okay? Because again, this isn't about me. This is about this movement. It's time for women to be able to take back their power. And that starts by making the bold choice to fearless. Okay? So are you guys ready? All right, awesome. All right, so I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you again so much for joining me. It has begun. Bye.